Rob?
Hello everyone, welcome to Rob's Rogues and the Batman Universe.net. Today we're taking a look at the DC Comics Designer Series, Greg Capullo, figure number 5. This is of course, if I could talk, Red Hood. I got this as a Christmas gift from my wife, and the sole reason why I picked up this Red Hood is to turn him into Bruce Wayne. Now I know he's wearing white gloves, and I think I'm going to go ahead and try and match up skin tone, paint the gloves and skin tone, and then leave the little white around like where the gloves are to make it look like the shirt, the cuff of the shirt. My wife said these were pretty cheap, and I had seen them on eBay, or not eBay, excuse me, Amazon. They were pretty cheap. So if I decided to actually get a proper, I do another one to do like a Red Hood gang kind of army build, I could easily do that. I don't think these were a very sought after figure. I know the body may be a tad bit smaller to do a Bruce Wayne, but having the Thrasher suit Batman and having that Bruce Wayne head, I have seen people do that. I think it'll work, very well. So that's the only real reason why I want it. And then I'll have, some other heads that I could switch out with some other figures, but probably not. But more so with the weapons I could give to various different villains just in my, action figure collection. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. There is the Red Hood there from the 0 Year storyline from Greg Capullo and I about said Zack Snyder, Scott Snyder. Got BVS on the mind. I now have this whole entire complete wave, which I think is really pretty cool to kind of be able to complete this wave. Although I know now that Two-Face just came out, and I was at a comic shop recently, and my shop that I was at did not have Two-Face, so I ended up picking something else up, which you'll see in a little bit. But the rest of this wave had Red Hood, Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, and Thrasher Suit Batman, so I can say, hey, I've already reviewed all three of these, so you can currently see them on my channel. You just have to kind of go back through, and I apologize about the weird camera lighting here. So let's get the Red Hood out of package. We will take a closer look at him, and then I will turn him into Bruce Wayne, and we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. All right, we've got the Red Hood out of package here, and this is from the 0 Year storyline, and is essentially basically the Joker. They don't really come out right and say it, but looking at his face here, it's the Red Hood leader. And you could definitely see, the long chin there and the grin of the Joker. And of course the, oversized pill head that he wore here. So we're basically led to believe this is the Joker. There's one big reason why I wanted this figure, and I'll get to that in a second. It does come with an alternate head if you wanted a Red Hood thug. You could do a Red Hood army, basically, which some people had said this is kind of a cool Red Hood for, Jason Todd. If some people didn't like the Red Hood sculpt that they had on that, you could kind of sort of do this and paint some eyes on it, but neither here nor there. So it's from the 0 Year storyline from Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. He does come with a whole slew of weapons here. We have an Uzi that he used. Here is a handgun. Nicely detailed. A pickaxe. And I love the detail on this. And then this, like, cannon laser type thing that was used in the gun. I think that they stole from Wayne Tech, if I remember correctly. Wow, it's been a while since I've read it, but it's detailed pretty nicely. The figure here, again, you can kind of see it's a suit body. It has the gloves here. I'll get into that in a second. Shoes, the laces. So basic suit body. That you could do a million things with this suit body. Again, before we get into it, let's just go through the articulation on this guy. Head looks left to right. Can look up. I can look down. I go up, down a little bit, up actually a little bit better than he can down. Slight tilt to the left or the right. Arms just go all the way around. No hinge or joint anything there. Bicep swivel. Bend at the elbow. Let's get a little closer there. I thought there was a wrist swivel. Yes, there is a wrist swivel. So there's a swivel at the wrist. The jacket is nice, soft, and pliable here. No ab crunch, but there is a waist turn, which is nice. No T-jointed legs, but they go forward. So we could get in a seated position. Single bend at the knee. And a hinge at the foot. And I don't think there's a rocker, no, just a hinge at the foot. So basic articulation, a little bit better than some figures. So I think I got this from my wife. She got it for me for Christmas, which is really pretty cool. He is really, really cheap on eBay. I think she may have paid $10. So there's that part of me, it's like, oh, I could pick up a couple of them and then do, you know, an army build of, you know, the Red Hoods. But what I basically got this for, and what everybody else has kind of done, and I said it in my Thrasher Batman review, since I've already gave it away, and here is Thrasher Batman, is I have the Bruce Wayne head here on the Thrasher suit Batman. And I said back in his review that it'd be really cool to take this head off and put it on the Red Hood. So first, what I'll do is I'll put this Red Hood on that suited body just so you can see it, and then we'll do this Bruce Wayne head on the suited body. So we'll be right back. Hey, we're back and nothing moved, and I thought, well, hey, let's just show you how the head comes off. It pops right off here. So this is where some of them where the heads they're not supposed to come off, you kind of have to heat up a little bit, but when you have the interchangeable heads, they make them a little bit easier. So this one goes on rather... there we go. So there's that head. Same mobility, which is pretty cool. You know, you could put, you know, the gun in his hand, just have a trigger finger, which this hand is a little tight to try and get that in there. So the handle is a little bit thicker, so I'm afraid that this thumb will kind of snap off, so you really can't get the trigger finger in there very well at all. I'm sure if I see, it's already kind of spreading that thumb a little bit, so I'm kind of worried about getting it there. It looks a little odd. Holds the pickaxe rather well. Can hold it in either hand. Oh, this one's really tight as well, but can hold it. Has the handgun, which I think I had it in there once before. So it does hold that one a little bit better, the little pistol. And then the oversized gun kind of slips in there. So this is an odd, I'm not entirely sure how this one gets held. So I don't see hardly anybody posing this figure with it. So it'll just be kind of cool to have like on a wall and a display of, you know, different types of weapons. But like I said, putting the Bruce Wayne head on this guy is what I really want to do. Now, some people said the body type is a little bit too small, but I think it'll work. So that head just comes off. Now, here's the funny thing. That peg is still down in there. So I'm going to have to heat up the head of this one and pull that peg out of there. So let's hope I don't do any damage to the peg here for Batman, unless Bruce Wayne, unless this peg comes out, which what I was really kind of hoping would do, but apparently not. I'll be right back. I'm going to have to heat this head up so I can get it on that body. I'll be right back. Got the Bruce Wayne head. Got the peg out. The peg is off to the side here. So it should fit right on. There we go. Suited Bruce Wayne. Looks really pretty good. Which this is the big reason why I wanted it. Now he does have white gloves, which I'm like, DC Collectibles, you could reuse this body if you wanted to, and make us an Alfred with the white glove. All it would take was just a new head on this. I think it'd be an easy thing to do. I would really hope that they give us an Alfred. We haven't had one since the Hush series. It's been that long. We're probably pushing 10 years. Maybe probably a little bit more since we've had an Alfred. But this is the big reason why I wanted it. I've seen people do, you know, something like this, where he's got his arms behind his back, or, you know, something silly. I'll probably end up mixing up some paint and trying to paint flesh tone, hopefully to match the flesh tone that's on this Bruce Wayne head. So even if he does have gloves on, it's not going to bother me too much. Kind of want him to sit in the front part of my collection. Somebody may be asking what I'm going to be doing with the Thrasher suit Batman. I have three Justice League New 52 Batman that I'm probably just going to put that head up here and maybe paint this neck black, which I think I said before, in the Thrasher suit Batman, he would have his cowl head underneath this one. So even just having this on my shelf right now without the head in there, nobody's going to know it but me. So that is what I'm planning on doing. So being able to have Bruce Wayne look at his creation here is really pretty cool. So that is the big thing that I'm doing with this. I have some other villains that I'm going to give plenty of these guns and other things to. The Red Hood heads are just going to go in a part box. And then if I decide at some point I want to make this a Red Hood, I can just pop the hood off, or pop the head off and do that. But I'm probably not going to. So that's pretty much it for the review. My wife said, basically, I'm buying you a body so you can use the head for something else. And I'm like, yes. So that it's cool that she only paid $10 from Amazon. So if you have the Thrasher suit Batman, I know a lot of people have done this. The body is a little skinny for Bruce Wayne, a little bit, since he'd be a little bit buffer. But yeah, I think we're kind of arguing over peanuts here at this point. So today we've been taking a look at the Greg Capullo designer series, the Red Hood, but in my case, it is now Bruce Wayne. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogue, signing off saying we will see you guys next time.